Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, we talk about the stream important operations. Okay, before we go to actual discussion, let's a small discussion on the stream API. Why do we need stream API? In Java 8, we have stream APIs, which provides a fluid and functional way to process your collection of objects. Right? What do you mean by collection of objects? Right? It is objects which you have stored in your collections, like array list, map, set, so on, so on. Right? You already know that you already studied about the collections in Java. Collections are used to store our data. So these collection of objects are used. These collection of objects are passed through the stream. How it will be the functional way? It will process this collection of objects in a functional way. It allows you to perform operations such as filtering, mapping, reducing, and many more methods available in this stream. This how these collection of objects are processing. We have different set of operations available in the stream API. Those are three types. One is intermittent operations, terminal operations, and short circuiting operations. And make a note, this is one of the important interview question also. In interview, they will ask you a question, what is intermittent operation and what are terminal operations, what are short circuit operations? That we will discuss in this video with example. Okay, let's go back the small discussion on about why do we need the stream APIs in Java 8. Okay, let's go with a small example. Okay, let's first look at the traditional way of writing a code. In traditional way, when we write a code, right, we are writing a more complicated means which need more number of lines of code, which takes a lot of time. So developer has to do that logic and he has to keep writing the number of lines. How is that? Let's look at the small example, how it will work. Let's first example, let's take a list of integer, right? Numbers. I will take a numbers. I import this. Okay. I don't want to hardcode this. Okay. Using for loop only, I will fill this array list. Okay. Here, this for loop will take a loop of 10 times and fill this number with 10 elements. Then what we do, I will filter. Next logic is I want to filter only even numbers. So this is my list of even numbers. With this logic, I want to take the filter even numbers. Then what I will do, I want to double that. I'm planning to double the even number. The even numbers, what we have it is as output of this logic. I'm doubling that one. Finally, we take the sum of this even numbers. So for that, what we do? We have to loop this again to get that. Finally, my intention is to take the even number sum of double even numbers. See, if you look at this, all these things, right? First, you have to take a numbers. Okay, leave it that. Okay, maybe you're taking that input from different sources. Okay, then you are processing. First, you have to check what in that list contain even numbers. Then you have to double that and you get a sum of that. So these many lines of code you have to write down. Okay, to produce your result. To look at this one, the output is 60 here. So this 60 will go right now. The same code we will write using stream API. Look at that. How simple it goes here. First thing, what I do first, I have to take the numbers, right? Int what I can say. Okay, let's discuss about this later thing. Now I will take a int stream. In stream dot, we have a method called range closed, which lets you to declare the range of numbers from the given number. I want to take the numbers from 1 to 10, which means it will start the range from 1 and end up to 10. Okay, this is our first logic. What we seen in the previous code, right? This is my first step. See, this makes us one line, right? I don't want to this loop button. With single line, I am taking this range from 1 to 10. And the next logic is I want to filter the even numbers in between 1 to 10. So for that, what we have to do? We have to apply a predicate or method filter and apply predicate. What is that? The same logic, say, yeah, n divided by 2 equals to 0. Then I am done with this one. So this is the logic, but I have converted into stream API. Now what is the next step? We have to double that using map method. Okay, we will discuss about this. What is this map function? Okay, no worry. Just concentrate on this stream API differences. Big prior Java 8 stream API. How we return the logic? Now with the help of stream, how we are writing this logic. Now double this number n of n into 2. Now I am done this one. I double the given number. What is the next thing we are doing? We are taking the sum of the numbers. For that, what we have to do? We have a already built-in method available in the stream sum. So finally, what it produces? The output produce the sum of my numbers between 1 to 10, which doubles that one. If we look at this output sum, sorry. Now, if I print this, you will get the same result as 60. See how make your code easier with a simple one line of code, right? There is no difficulty in writing this code also. If you are sure and if you are good in understanding the stream methods, how they are working, and how to use them, when to use them, it makes your life easier with the stream API. But definitely every developers going forward must be aware of this stream APIs, how they are working, what methods are available. Each and every method, obviously I can say that as somebody say that if you know that the basic knowledge of stream API, you can understand, but that is not actually correct. We should know at least not only basic, should know how many methods are available, what each of this method, when can I use that method. Please study that way and do a hands-on, then only you will have a good knowledge on that. Okay, this is a basic difference about the stream API before stream API. Now let's talk about today's video is about to discuss the intermediate operations, terminal operations, and short circuit operations. Okay, let's go back here. As I told, right, we have three different types of methods for intermediate operations, terminal operations, and short circuit operations. In interview questions or in interviewer, they will ask a question: how many types of operations are there in the stream API? You can say most of them say only intermediate and terminal. Okay, in terminal again there are different special types of operations are there. That is called as short circuit operations. Okay, that we will discuss it in detail about with a hands-on example. No worry about that one. First, discuss what are intermediate operations. So these operations are executed on a stream and produces another stream for you, which means it will take a connection and perform some methods and perform some operations with the help of some methods available in the stream API, and then produces a new stream for us. In general, just make a note. Remember always this point. Stream API will never update or change your original source. Original source is nothing but what collection of input we are sending to perform stream API methods on that. It will never change. The source will remain same. The only updated outcome data is based on the methods executed on that input source. Okay, source data will never change that one. Okay, that's always okay. Right answer. In interview also they will ask, will it change your original data structure? No, it will not change the original data structure. It will instead, it will act on the copy of that and produce a new stream. So these are all the operations, intermediate, terminal, and now short circuiting operations are returning a new stream for us. Okay, how they are working, what is the difference of this that we are discussing here. So these intermediate operations are only executed on a stream and just produce a new stream to us. Okay, here some of the common intermediate methods are there. Okay, I have listed only a few of the important things. Okay, later in the upcoming videos I will explain each and every method available in this intermediate operations and terminal operations. No worry, first discuss, just focus on this. What are intermediate operations and terminal operations, how they are working for us. Okay, let's take. Okay, now this terminal operations, the moment you say terminal, these are terminal operations means they will terminate your stream, which means they will terminate your stream after executing, after performing some methods on your original source. Okay, that I will explain you during hands-on example, then you come to know that one. And so intermediate operations are in between, right? When you send a source input, then these intermediate operations start acting on those source data, which means you want to filter that, you want to map that, you want to sort, you want to take the distinct elements, what etc. etc. Which means it will be the in between. Once your stream starts, these intermediate will be the second step. Intermediate operations are the second step. Okay, and finally the output will be produced based on the terminal operations. These operations are nothing but that produce a result or a side effect, which means they will produce a new result from the original result. They will not change the original stream. Okay, some common terminal operations are here for each: reduce, any match, non-match, all these things. Okay, we will see one by one in this next example video. Okay, now short circuit. What is the short circuit operations? So many are even not aware of short circuit operations or where it has come from. These are not actually separate type. These are special operations. These are special type of intermittent operations that may not need to process your entire stream to produce the results, which means it will within a shortcut. As you may already know, there is a shortcut. It's like a something like now if we have in a keyboard, we have a shortcut, right? Instead of typing something, right, with the keyboard only we are using. So anyway, any device have a shortcut method. The same way in the stream also we have this short circuit intermittent operations, which will terminate, which will stop processing the entire stream and produce your output. So then using this, right, by doing this, we can optimize performance by stopping early in a condition if a condition is met. If a condition is met, right, they won't let further process your stream, right, to complete that. So it will save time, which means it will optimize the performance of our code also. What we are exactly looking for. So we just look at the condition we have met. If the condition is met, then the stream stop there and will come out of that. For example, let's say in real-time example. Now we have some thousands of records out there. In that thousands of records, you want to find the particular record. How do you do that? In traditional way, we have to keep that record 1,000 times and check if that condition is met or not, right? But here using SteamAPI, you no need to do that. If that condition is met, if that object is found somewhere in that thousand list, right? If it is some available somewhere, it will immediately go there and pick that object and return you that. Which means it will not wait for you to complete all this thousand list of records. It will find the moment it find that matching record, it will stop there and come out of this loop. Okay, now let's discuss in detail in this example. Okay, there is a class called have employee simple. Now, I already created a class for you. Okay, no worry, there is nothing much in this. Let's have a simple variables employee ID, name, department, salary. So we have a constructor, two string method with certificate methods, and I have some dummy data or static data. I have already here to show you this how intermediate and terminal operations works. Okay, now next thing is employee stream. Okay, we already have a blank class created for you. Now let's start applying this operation style. Now we talk about first intermediate operations. Before we start the intermediate operations, first we need some source, right? What is that source? We have to pull this from any different source. It can be any from the database execution result, or it may be a file data, external file data, or some HTTP, API, etc., wherever the source is come, right? Once you get the data, then you have to start processing or start applying the logic according to your requirement. Now, in our requirement, I am getting the data from my employee class as showed it here. We will pull this employee list here. To pull that, so this is our list of employees. So I have to import this package and say employee. I can say employees. Where I'm pulling this one, employee dot get employee data. Now we have the input source ready. Now, what is the first step? As I told you that intermediate operations are this one, filter, map, etc. Right? What we do, first thing, we take one simple example. What is that? Filter. You can take filter. We say first we have to stream that emps dot stream, right? There is a method stream available in this java.util. Now we are streaming our collection of object. What collection of object? Here employee data is collection of object. You see that I have stored in a collection, right? This is a list, is a collection. All these are employee object, these are collection of object. So we are processing the collection of object using the methods available in this stream. Now first take the intermediate method operation is filter. Now I want to filter. What do you want to filter? It is based on your requirement. If you want to filter any, now this is the employee data. If you want to filter employees uh, based on their salary. If employee whose salary is greater than 1 lakh or less than 1 lakh, whatever it may be, just okay, go by your condition. Okay, now employee dot get salary. Now see, this is the filter is the intermittent operations, right? Now the moment to say that it is not completed, which means a stream will complete with any terminal operations only. Without terminal operation, right, you cannot have any result outcome. Means we don't even expect the result. Without any terminal operation, the stream will not be completed. Right? Without intermittent operations, we can process our data, source data. So that is different case. But most of the time, most of the case, you must have intermittent operations along with the terminal operations. Okay, now this is first simple example of this intermittent operations. Now what I want to do, I want to filter the employees whose salary is greater than 2 lakhs. It's 100. Okay, now this is 2 lakhs. Now what I want to do, I want to pull that employee. How do you pull that one? You have to store it in that. How can this done? Which employee I want to pull this? Say collect, right? I want to collect this one. This is a terminal operation. Or I don't want to. No? Okay, we'll talk about this collect and all. Now find any record. Okay, any employee whose salary is greater than 2 lakhs. Then it returns that employee object. Now pull that employee here, store it in a separate variable, employee data. Now we have already completed this. Okay, now I can say this. It is a returning optional, or see if the matching record is not found, it expect to throw some exception or return null. You can write here throw exception, and you can go with that, right? We have lot of options are there. Throw new exception or whatever it was. Right now, I will return only not. Let's see how it is working. EMP data. Now, employee data, I'm entering it here. See this? That guy having Vishwanath having thus salary greater than 2 lakhs, it will be printed. If you look at this one, this is the stream that we are sending. This we are streaming our collection and apply the intermediate operation on it. And this is the short circuit operation. Short circuit operations are nothing but they will execute and terminate immediately if the condition is met. It will not process further. If you look at this, if you have more than 2 lakhs, for example, here 2 lakhs 50,000 is there. If another guy have more 2 lakhs 30,000, etc., right? Then it will not even go for the next record to check, because my expectation is to check the moment it finds any employee whose salary is greater than 2 lakhs, pick that employee and show me. That's it. So it will just terminate here. That is what we are discussing here. Okay. Short circuit operations are special types of intermediate operations that may not need to process the entire stream to produce the result. Okay. They can optimize the performance. How? By stopping early if a condition is met. Now, in our case, this condition is met at the first step, it will not even process the rest of the records. So this is called as short circuit operations. Now let's see in other terminal operations. Other terminal operations are there: any match, non-match, and collect, so on there. Now we go with any match also. Okay. Any match, what we can do this. Okay, instead of any match, we'll go for some other method. Now there is a collect method. What is this collect method? It will collect after filtering your data. We expect to collect this data in the form of another collection or another data source. Right? How you want to return, it is based on your requirement. Now I want to collect this in the form of list. Now how does say collectors, say java.util.s, say implements a collector, okay, for us. Now collectors dot, you can see this multiple data structures are available: two list, two map, okay, unmodified list, and we have can collect this data using comma separator, and you can count many as you wish, right? We have many methods available that we will discuss all those methods in detail, and also will cover the interview examples also, the most commonly or frequently asked questions with the real-time examples. Okay, now my case is just want to collect this data in the form of list. Now we'll get an exception. Why? Because I'm returning the list, it is expecting the list, but here it is saying the object only. So this convert this employee to list. Sorry, this guy come list of employees. Now take this guy and move it here. Now we have the list of employees here. Now in our case only one employee is come. Now another case we take whose salary is greater than 1 lakh. 1 lakh greater than 1 lakh is many employees are there. Okay. Now for that we do say employee data dot for each. Okay. Print sorry employee. Now employee whose salary greater than 1 lakh have more than one record. See, you will get all the employees whose salary is greater than 1 lakh. Now, as discussed, eh, we are discussing about only intermediate and terminal operations. Now, here the intermediate operation is filter, and terminal operations, as told, it can be find first, or it is your wish which method you want to with that. So here are some methods available. And these are terminal operations. Terminal operations is what it says that your stream complete the operations here, and you collect the data in the form of which object, in the form of which data structure, in the form of which collection object. It can be to list, set, map, or it is a map, unmodifiable map, on unmodifiable list. It is our requirement, based on our requirement. Okay, the same example I will show you in a different way. Okay, now this time I want to pull the list of employee IDs whose salary is greater than 1 lakh. Okay, the same thing, we pull this implies dot stream dot, I'm filtering the same thing, we will filter whose salary. Okay, dot get, sorry, get salary greater than 1 lakh. Okay, now what I do, I want to collect only names, right? How you do that? There is again one intermediate operation. I told you, right? Map is the intermediate operation here. Okay, map. Okay, this map is a function which helps us to transfer each element of the stream using the provided mapping function. If you know about these methods, right, you don't have this question. If you are not clear, if you don't know about these methods, okay, don't worry. In the upcoming videos, we have all these discussions covered. Okay, no, all these methods covered. Now let's go by this map. In this map, what is my requirement? I want to pull all the employee names whose salary is greater than 1 lakh. For that, what I do? First say I will store this. Okay. names, right? Employee names. Now, what this intermittent operation filter the employees whose salary is greater than 1 lakh. And another intermittent operation is doing to pull all the employee names matching to this criteria. You can ask a question, can we have more than one intermittent operation? There is no question of it. Even you don't think that we can have multiple, it doesn't make sense. Right? It no restrict that. Based on a requirement, you can have multiple intermittent operations. Nobody can stop you. But based on a requirement, based on our scope, right, we can go with that multiple intermittent operations. Okay. Now we are done with two intermittent operations. The next requirement is we have to collect, right? The question is print all the employee names whose salary is greater than 1 lakh. So now you collected employee names and with the condition whose salary is greater than 1 lakh. Now how you will collect this one? I told you, right? There is a collect method which will help you to collect that. How you want to collect? Using collectors plus this collectors dot. How you collect? It's a comma separated, semicolon separated, what delimiter? You decide the delimiter. Now I have a method called joining. Means join all these employee names. Now I will go with the comma. It is your wish. You want to go with the different delimiter? Okay, go with the different delimiter and put is the output. Now I got this one. But what is this comma separated? It is a string. It is producer returning the string. Say MP names. Now, if I print this, what do you expect here? It return the comma separated names. List stop, not a list. It is a only one string, one line, comma separated names. You can see this one. It produces the names, right? Vishwanath, Ramesh, Kiran, Abhilash, Pratap, all these people having salary greater than 1 lakh. So this is how that intermediate and terminal operations work in Stream API. Make sure we have to understand the requirement before using this intermittent operation. When to use intermittent operations, when to use terminal operations. Blindly remember that once you start processing your stream, you must start with the intermittent operations. Then the next step, first step is the streaming of your source, and next second methods are all intermediate operation. The function used at the end of the stream is a terminal operations. Terminal operation nothing but it is terminating in our stream and produces the output. One more thing, always remember, if this produces the output, you even think that it will change the original source. No, it will not even change that one. Okay. Now let's try. I have produced that. I have processed my collection of my stream right here. Can I store it here this way? Okay. Now, if you start storing this way, right, what you do, then you are overriding this. And see that what is the behavior of this one? Okay, here 2687, all this everybody has come here. This means you are overriding this. Okay, please do not do such mistakes. Okay, make sure, be careful while declaring this variable names. Okay, do not use the same original object variable name of for the stream output also. Okay, this make you confused to the developers. Okay, always go with the different variables here. Do not try to override like this because our expectation is not to override this existing. But basically, it is not actually overriding, but that make confusion to the developers to understand this. What is the actual source and what is the streaming? Okay, please always maintain different variable names for you to remember those things. Okay, make sure. Please always apply the intermittent operations as your need according to our requirement. I hope you are clear about the intermittent and terminal operations. In the next coming videos, we will discuss the different types of intermittent methods and the real time how they are using and terminal operations and how they are working along with the interview questions. Right now, we'll stop up to here and we'll catch you in the next video. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.